the paranormal group was here investigating, they had cameras set up in the to point out onto the porch, and during their investigation they caught images moving very fast in front of these windows. And the neat thing about it is that on the other side of this window there was a large glider and a piano, and when you really look at the video you can hardly tell whether it's inside or outside. That's how close it is to the building. So that really was a very convincing thing for me, because I know no one could run that close and that fast to get to the door. In reality it had to be some sort of a ghost or a spirit or something. This is room 7. This is actually the one featured pretty significantly on the My Ghost Story show. And this is where I believe they captured the man's shadow here. And we've actually had previous guests who have experienced the shadow man, we'll call him, looking over them. They say they don't feel threatened by him or that he's bad, but that he looks over them. I've always also had people getting pulling at the sheets, or another gentleman experienced the light moving and had a feeling of a hand going over his ear. We've had quite a few experiences in here. Somebody's had named John, so we might have not named the room correctly. Maybe that's what he's telling us. He wants it to be named after him. Apparently during the Civil War there was a Confederate soldier who was lost, and he was mortally wounded, and he made his way here. This is apparently where he stayed, and he did eventually die. He died, and there was a woman who's gone up and down the steps, and that was one of the first things that someone had said. A gentleman who was here for dinner years ago and walked out the door and said, "Oh, did you know that there was a woman on your steps in a long white dress?" And she was coming up here caring for the soldier. And a couple of people have said, initially they were like, "Oh, she has roses on her dress," and then Jamie had said,